Hey guys, my name is Dan, I'm DG Guitars, and first off I just want to say thank you so much for 100 subscribers. People from the Queens of Stone Age Reddit, and just people who stopped by on my YouTube channel and subscribed, I really appreciate it. It's really cool to see people enjoying my covers and wanting lessons, so this is Noses and the Roses. It's a monster of a song. It's like 3 in 1, and it's going to be a bit of a nightmare to teach, but I will do it. First off, it's in standard tuning, and yeah, let's just roll the first clip. Okay, the opening. If you know how to play Fortress by Queens of Stone Age, you'll know that bit. So it's an open B string, and then a 4th fret on G, which is the same note, and you're picking that up and down. And then you come to an A chord, but without the D string, you're just hitting the G and the B strings, 2nd fret. You hit it open, and then you go back to it. So you're going. And then we slide on the high string, and then an open E. So let's do it slowly. That's it. Okay, so now we're on to the main riff, which comes up quite a few times in this first song, because in my eyes there's 3 different songs. In this first song, this riff comes up quite a bit, and there's lots of different variations to it, so I'm going to break it down into different parts to make it easier to understand, because it can be pretty confusing. It was confusing enough to figure it out, so let alone teach. So the main riff goes like this. Slide to the A string on the 7th fret, and then we do a run up on the D string, 4, 5, 6. Then we come to the B string on the 4th fret, and then we hit that with an open E, but bend the 4th fret on the B string. And then we do an open B and E. So slowly. That's it. And then we repeat that, but we bend the B string just a little bit more this second time round. And then we do a lower E, like that. So we're going, apart from the lower E, I messed that up. So yeah, so you do that 2 times around basically, and then you come to the 3rd version of it, which you're doing this, but this time you're just stopping on the 5th fret. So you're going, so you're stopping before you come up to do these little solo parts. So I'll just play the 3 slowly. And then we stop there, and then we come up here to the 10th fret on the B, and we bend it, and we hit it back down, then we pull off to the 8th fret, and then back to the 10th. So slowly is like that. And then we repeat that same movement, but on the G string on the 9th fret, but then we come back to the 7th fret. So we're going like that. And then we slide, and then 2 open E's. So let's do that whole opening from the beginning to this part slowly. let's move on to the next bit. Alright, so next bit. You already know how to play this bit. You know that. But instead of going to an open B and E, you're hitting a lower E instead. So you're going like that. Then the second time, you're bending it again a bit more, but this time you're hitting the B and E open. So there's two times of this riff. First one, end with an open E. Second one, end with an open B and E. And then we come to this, which is 5 on the A, hammer on to the 7th, and then 4th fret on the D, and then we slide 5 to 7. So all together slowly. And then we come to a slide riff, which sounds like a that's how I remembered it anyway. So you're going sounds like that, which is 4 open E's, 1, 2, 3, 4. But between the third and the 4th one, you do a slide on the A string, and then after the 4th open E, you slide down. So you're going 1, 2, 3, slide, open, slide, and then we do 3 open E's. Let's do that slowly. Let's move on to the next bit. Alright, so it's pretty much the same. That's the same, so you know that already. And then the second one, instead of doing the open B and E, you're coming to the 5th fret on the B, and you're doing an open E. So you're going like that, and then you do the slide riff. So let's do that slowly. Cool. Alright, so next bit. It's pretty much the same again, but instead of doing the lower E's, you're staying on the higher B and E strings. So you're doing the run up, that's all normal. You're doing that again, that's normal. Then you're going to B and E, so you're going. Then you're doing the riff that you did last time, just previously, with the 5th on the B. You're doing that, and then you do a third one this time, and you're bringing in this, which is bending the 5th fret this time with the open E, and then you do an open B and E. So with this riff, there's 3 times that you're going through it. So you're going, you're bending on the 4th fret, open B and E. Second time, bending the 4th fret a little bit more with the 5th fret on the B and open E. Then the third time, bending the 5th fret and then open B and E. And then you go, and then you just repeat that again. You do that 2 times, so you're going. Okay, for the chorus, you just do kind of like a few openings, and then all I do, I don't know if it's exactly the same as the song, but I'm just sliding from the 3rd fret on the A, like bending it and sliding to the 5th fret, like that. So you go and then I come up here and just noodle. That's not really in the song, that's just what I did, but all I was doing was going that kind of thing. I don't even remember, but it's 10-12 on the E, 10-12 on the A, 12-14 on the A. I think I was just going like that, up and down, like that. I was just messing about. Okay, let's move on to the next bit. Alright, so the next bit, the bit before the solo, is this. You're just doing that riff again. You know that. You just do that. You do that once. Then you do the slide riff. But instead of sliding to the 7th fret, you end on the 5th, and then you come here to the 3rd fret on the B, pull off, slide to the 5th fret, back, and then pull off twice, and then pull off on the 2nd fret on the G, and then end on the 2nd fret on the D. So you're going like that. So slowly, all together. Like that. So now we're on to the solo. I actually posted a teaser of my cover on Instagram and tagged Matt, and he's seen it and he liked it and he said nice work. So I think that means my way of playing it is Matt Sweeney improved. Hitting the 12th fret on the B, and then we're sliding from the 9th fret to the 7th fret on the G, and then we come back to 9th. So we're going. Then we're bending on the 11th fret on the G, and then we're pulling off 9, 7, 9. So all together. Cool. Then we're sliding 7 to 5 on the D, and then we're hitting the 7th on the A twice, and then sliding 7 to 9 on the G. So all together really slowly. Cool. Alright, next bit. So we're hitting the 11th fret. We're doing that bend again. You've already done that. And then we're pulling off 9, 7, 9. We've done that already. Then we do like a slow pull off this time, from 9 to 7. And then we hit 9 on the D. Then hit the D again, but then slide to the 7th fret. So then we're hitting 5, then A, 7 on the A. So slowly. And then we pull off 7 to 5 on the D, and then back to A. Then hit it again. Then do the slide from 7 to 9 on the G. So all together really slowly. Cool. Next bit. Alright, next bit. So we're going, which is 7/9 on the G. Then we hit 8 on the B. And then I don't know exactly what he does in this bit, but I did like a unison bend, which probably isn't correct, but it's what I did and it sounds decent, so. So you're going. Then you're going 7, 9, 7 on the G, 9 on the D. Then we're going 9 on the G to 7, 9 on the D, sliding 7 on the D to 5, then ending on the A again on 7. So you're going slowly all together. So let's do those 3 parts all together really slowly. Okay, so the next bit is we're on the 14th fret of the G and we're bending, picking and coming down at the same time. Do the same thing on the 15th fret of the B. Then we come to the G and we do this 12, 14, slide to 16, 14 on the G, 12 on the G, and then 14 on the D. So we're going. Okay, next bit. We're going 14 to hammer on to 16 on the G. Then we're picking 15 on the B to the 17th. Coming to the 15th on the E. Then we're going. Just that's 15, 17, 15, 17. Then sliding to 19th and then back to 17 on the E. So that's going. Going to 15th on the E. Back to 17 and we're bending it. And then hitting the 15th on the B 4 times. So all together slowly. Next bit. Hammer 12 to 15, back to 12. Then 10 to 12. Like that. And then the next bit, I'm not entirely sure if I'm playing it completely correctly. I know I'm playing some of the notes, but I'm basically just going. So that's going pull off 15 to 12, 14 on the G, to the 12, back to 12 on the B, 14 on the G again, then to 12 on the G, and then I'm repeating that movement by going down, and then ending on the 14th fret of the A. Which I don't know if it's completely correct or not, but that's what I did in the cover anyway. Alright, and then we come to the end of the solo, and you're going... which is hammer on 12 to 14 on the D, then pick 12, 14 on the G, then bend it, come back down, hit 12 on the G, then 14 on the D, then slide 12 on the G to 16 on the G, and then hit the 17th on the B 4 times. Then slide from 16 to 14 on the G, then 17 on the D, then slide 14 to 16 back on the G, then hit the B 3 times. So all together really slowly. Alright, so let's do the whole solo slowly. Let's move on to song 2. Alright, now we're on to what I like to call song 2. I think it's the easiest out of the 3, and it's such a cool part. It's really dope. Okay, here we go. So you're doing 3 open E's, sliding to the 7th fret on the E, sliding to the 5th, 3, then sliding to the 10th, then to the 7th, then you pull off to the open E, slide to 7, 5, 8, 3, 5, and then back to the beginning. So it's rotating, so you're going. And then that's just rotating over and over again. And then we come to this bit. Which is just an E chord. And then you're coming to the 3rd fret on the E. Hit the E chord 3 times, and then hit the 3rd fret, hit it twice, and then pull off on the second fret of the A. Which is pulling off from the 7th fret on the E to the 4th, and then coming to the 5th on the B. Then sliding from the 5th on the B to the 8th, and then do the same shape. So you're going slide back down, then you come down here to the 3rd fret on the E, pull off, then 1 on the B, and do that 3 times, and then do the same shape, but down here, on the 5th to the 2nd, and then to the 3rd, and do that twice. So you're going Alright, so then we come to the end of the song for this guitar. You're going which is 7 on the G, 5 on the B, hit that 4 times, slide from the 5th on the E to the 7th, and then pull off 7 to 5, come to the 8th fret on the B, hit it once, then hit it again to slide back down to the 5th, and then you repeat that. So you're going, apart from here, so you hit that once, and then the rest of this happens twice, so you're going and then you go pull off as usual, and then slide 7, 10, back to 7. So all together slowly. Going pulling off from the 5th to the 3rd on the B, and then coming to the 4th fret on the G. Then slide up and have your pinky on the B at the 8th fret, then pull off to the 5th, and then hit the 7th on the G. And then we do power chord. We're going 3 on the A, slide it to the 5th, and then we go open E, and then 3. And that's all of song 2. Alright, now on to the second solo, which is Josh Homme's, and it's weird because it's Josh Homme, but it's cool, so I'll go through it. 15 on the B, come to 14 on the D. Hammer on from 12 to 14 to 12 and then back to 14. Slide 12 to 10 on the A, then hammer on 10 to 12 on the E. Then slide 12 on the A to 14. Just do that slowly. So this is going, so from, you're going 12, 14, then bending at the 16th fret, come back down, 14, 12, then 14 again. Then 14 on the D, 12, 14 again, slide to 17 on the D, 14, 12, 14 on the D, then 12, 14 again. So you're going. Well, to be honest, when I get to that bit there, that's when I go do that weird thing. But I don't know exactly what Homie was playing, so that was what I did. I just go. Just nonsense, basically. Doesn't really matter what you do in there. You can do what you want with that bit, I think, really, as long as it's weird, it will sound fine. Okay, now we're on to the weird part. Well, all of it's weird, but this bit this bit is strange. It's sick though. Bending at the 10th fret. Coming to the 8th fret, going to the 7, bend in the 8th, going to the 6, bend in the 7, going to the 5, bend in the 6, and then ending on the 7th fret of the G. So slowly. Then we're going, which is 7 on the G, like pull off on the 9. So you gotta be really quick for this bit. But you're going 7, 9 on the G, to the 7 again, then sliding 7 to 5 on the D. Then coming to the 7 on the A, and then we're sliding 5 to 7 on the G. And then 2 open E's. That's like my favourite bit of the song. It's so cool. So all together slowly. I missed a note there, but you get the idea. And then we're on to the last part of the solo, which is 10 on the B, 10, 8, 7, 8. Slide from 8 to 10, then to 12, slide to 15, back to 12, and then slide back up, like just way up, doesn't really matter where, just make it go weird. So slowly. And that's the solo. Alright, so now we're back into what's effectively song 1 again, but a bit different. So we come into it by going, which is open B and E, and then lower E. Which you know, You already know that. That's normal. But then we go, which is open G, slide to the 4th fret, to the 2nd, back to the 4th, back to 2nd. So you're going, then 2 open E's, and then you go, which is hammer on 2 to 4 on the D, then 2 on the G, 4 on the G, then slide from 4 on the B to 6, and then to 5. Like that. So we'll go through it slowly. Alright, so next bit we enter with an open E, just one of them. Then we do the run up that you're used to. You know that. But then we come and do this bit. So instead of, it's kind of like that, but we just start on the 7th on the A. So we go, then 2 open E's. Then we do the normal one, but we hold a bit longer on the 4th on the D, and then slide. So I'll do it slowly. And you do 2 open E's afterwards as well. Alright, so on to the next bit. Alright, so this part you've already played at the beginning, which is but you end with 1 open E, and then you come here to the 5th fret on the B, and then bend the 6 on the E, then hit the 5th fret on the B, then bend the 6. I'd play it slowly. Which I actually played wrong in the cover. I did 2 of those, which is wrong. It's like that. Alright, so next bit. You do this bit, which you've already know. You know that. 2nd on to the 4th on the G, then hit the 3rd on the B. Repeat that with the slide, and then hit the 5th on the B. So you're going like that. So you're going 1 open E, then, which you know, 1 open E, then you come here to the 10th fret on the B, slide to the 12th, then hammer on from 10 to 12 on the E, slide down from 10 to 8 on the B, then hit the 9th on the G, like that. And the next bit you already know as well, which is just that bending on the 3rd, sliding to the 5th, that sort of chorusy part. And then I did more of that weird, that sort of mess around stuff. Again, it's not in the recording, I don't think, but that's just what I did. And then we come to the which is 3 open E's, and you go slide from 10 to 12 on the B, back to 10, then 8, pull off from 10 to 8 on the B, then hit the 9th on the G. 1 open E, repeat that bit, and then slide 10 to 12 on the E, then end on the 10th on the B. That's it. Alright, now we're on to song 3. I'm only doing the lead parts. If you want me to do like all the second guitars and stuff as a tutorial, just let me know, because I can do that for you as well. But while this is going on, it's quite a bit of time, then the solos come in. So what that is you're bending on the 8 on the A, then coming 6 on the A, 8 on the E, back to the 6, then bend the A on the E, on the 8, sorry, then come back to the E on the 8. So slowly. Then we go 6, 8 on the E. Then we bend the 8. 6 on the A. 8 on the E. 6 on the A. Slide 8 to 10 on the A. All together slowly. Then we're bending on the 8th fret of the D. Then while we're bending it, we're bringing the 9th in. Come back to the 8 on the A. I think hit the 6 3 times. Come to the 8, bend it. 6 on the A, 8 on the E, back to the 6 on the A. Like that. And then, I'm not entirely sure what he does, but it's probably around like, which is just bending the 8 on the A again, 6 on the A, going to the 8 on the E, and then it's like bending the 6 and going to the 4 and bending it. I'm not quite sure what he does, but it's along those lines. Kind of like that. Okay, next part. So this is on the 3rd fret of the A. 1, 2, 3. Then 3rd on the E. Then slide on the A to the 6th fret. Then hit that 3 times. Then 3rd on the E. Hit the 3 on the A 3 times again. Then repeat. And then we go down, which is 6, 5, 3 on the A. And then we slide here again. Then slide up to the 8th. Then what I do, I think what he does as well is, which is bending the 8, pull off to the 6 on the A, 8 on the E, slide to the 10th again. So all together slowly. This next bit, once you've learnt this first riff, it repeats again in a second, so it's pretty easy. You'll learn it very quickly. 3 on 3 of the A, 1 hit on the 1 of the A, then you come to the 3 on the E, then hit the first of the A twice, so you're going, then hit the 3rd on the A once, hit the 3rd on the E once, and that's the riff. You're just going. So that's the riff. Then you go 1, 3 on the E, and then it's 3 on the 3 of the E, of the A, sorry. 1 on the A of the 1. 1 on the 3rd of the E, then hit the 3 on the 1st of the A. So it's, then you go 1, 3 on the E, and then you repeat the first riff. So I'll play that slowly. We finish that riff and then we slide up to here, 8 on the A, then we hammer on 6 to 8 on the A and end on the 10 on the A, and then we move into the next bit. Okay, we're on to the next bit. So you're picking the 11th on the A, 13 on the D, 13 on the B. 11 on the E, 13 on the A, and then 12 on the G. Then you move that first shape that you already learnt, and you move it down to the 8th fret on the A, and pick that. Then use the shape that you learned up here, just move it down to the 9th on the E. You can put the D note in if you want, so you've got the full chord. You pick all of them. So slowly. Then you slide up to the 12th, hit 13, 10 on the G, 9 on the G, 12 on the G, 10 on the G. So you're going 12 on the B, 13 on the B, 10 on the G, 9 on the G, 12 on the G, 9 on the G. Like like that. Now the next bit, I'm not entirely sure is correct, but this is how I play it anyway. So, you've got 10 on the G, 9 on the B, 11 on the E. Pick that. Then you've got, basically, do an A chord, but bring it up here to the 8th fret. Pick that, and then have 11 with your pinky on the E. Then move that up to the 10th, and have your pinky on the 13th on the E. So all together slowly. And then here, I don't know what he's doing. I'm just basically going. I'm messing around here. I can't teach you that bit because I don't know it. In the video, you can see I don't hit the notes, apart from, which is, I know it ends there, which is 10 on the G, 9 on the G, but otherwise here, you're just kind of like hammering from 8 on the high E to 9, and then ending on the 9th on the B. I really don't know what he's doing. He's doing something along those lines, and then ending like there. So let's do that whole bit really slowly. Alright, so now we're on to the last solo. I'm going to be honest, I don't know exactly what's being played. I wasn't hitting every note in the video. I was doing it by ear in the cover as well. But I can teach you like the rough guidelines of what is being played, because I know it's around here. It's in this area here. But the opening definitely starts by going... So you're bending the 2nd fret on the G to open, and then bending the D on the 2nd fret. And you're kind of switching between those two. And then, which is hammer on the 2nd of the A, and then open D. And you're sort of just messing around in that area, and you're switching between these two mainly, and then ending either on this one or this one. But then you definitely go, which is sliding 2nd fret G to the 4th fret G, hitting 3rd fret on the B. Holding it a little bit, and then like doing the pull-off stuff again, and go back to it, and then, which you know, so yeah, then you definitely come here twice, so you're sliding up, hitting it, then sliding back down, like that. And then to end it, 3rd fret, then 2nd on the D, so 1, 2, 3, D, open D, 2nd on the A, open D, 2nd on the D, slide to the 5th on the D. And then you end 7 on the A, 4 on the D, 5 on the D, then 5 on the A. And then this guitar goes to the E chord, or just an open E. So I'll try and play this part slowly so you can sort of roughly learn what's going on. So I'm just editing the video at the minute, and I've just seen that my camera died during the outro, so now I'm filming on my phone. I just want to say I hope you found the lesson really helpful, and if you did, let me know in the comments. If you have any suggestions or feedback you have, even if it's negative, put it in the comments, because I really need to know, because it helps me create better content in the future. Subscribe for more Queens of Stone Age covers, because there's a shit ton coming, because my plan for this year is to cover every single Queens of Stone Age song ever released. I will do other bands, but at the minute it's Queens of Stone Age. If you have any other requests or anything you want lessons on, just let me know. Cool. Cheers for watching.